Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Maddie and today I'm going to go through the stuff that I was able to get for my birthday.
Hey everybody, for those of you that don't know me, I am mattwizart's fiance. My name's actually Lucas. I don't know if he said it on his channel yet. But I'm gonna probably start coming in and out of some vlogs for him, just to get used to it. His channel is definitely doing really well. We really appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving. I know that I'm definitely really proud of him for everything that he's been doing, and I'm just kind of falling in love with his channel as well as him, which is a little different because I definitely see a different side of him when he's filming than when he's with me outside of doing the work and stuff on his YouTube videos. I felt like to start getting used to doing some vlogs on my side of our lives together and just maybe some day-to-day stuff. I thought a good way to start doing that was definitely to do it for his birthday. Today is actually Matt's birthday, or Matthew. I call him Matty. But today's his birthday, so we're kind of just gonna go out and have a fun day. I know that most of the day today we're gonna be at the lake. We're gonna do a lot of filming there. I don't know how much we're actually gonna get. I know that we really just wanted to relax and have a relaxing day at the lake to just kind of enjoy time together. His work's definitely been really busy. I've been really busy at home working on some things myself. I'm currently not working, but trying to find just like a part-time job to start, hopefully starting school in the fall. This is also gonna kind of be a little bit of a intro video for me and me getting involved in the channel and doing stuff with him, and just so you guys can see me and meet me and see how me and him interact together. We met about 1.5 years ago. It was through actually a dating app called Hinge. I actually highly recommend it. We both would. We were long distance. I lived in Pennsylvania, smack dab center of Pennsylvania, near the Penn State University. And it just was kind of a lot of college guys. Didn't really click with a lot of them. Had lived there all of my life, grew up there, and at one point had just started to realize I might need to look outside of State College and definitely think about my future and where I want to go and things I want to do. And I was not in really a good place. I was definitely struggling working overnights a lot as a shift manager for a gas station, and it was really mentally tolling, and I was just trying to get out of that. And so I downloaded Hinge. It was the only app I had. I had like sworn off every single other one. And as he was going through stuff on his end too, we had both at the same time, actually, we found out, which was really creepy. We had both found out we downloaded the app the same day and created our profiles, and then didn't talk to anybody for like 3 or 4 days on it. Didn't really message anybody, didn't click with anyone. And then he popped up on my feed, I guess, for him. And at the same time that I liked one of his quotes there, he actually messaged me, and it just really took off. And after about a week of talking, I'd say pretty consistently all day, every day, it just got to a point where we were just like, hey, why don't we try meeting up? And I had actually, unfortunately, been really, really sick, and I went and got admitted to the hospital for it. I had an allergic reaction to the medicine I got put on, and he was just super sweet. He was messaging me the whole time. He wanted to call me and talk to me, and so I knew right away that I was definitely pretty smitten, I guess you could say, with him and how kind he was. And so he was definitely someone that I really wanted to like connect with and get to know more. And that weekend, we started talking like Saturday or Sunday, and then that following Friday, he's like, hey, why don't I come down today? I actually took off work for half a day, and I'll come down and like stay with you until Saturday. So he did. He drove 2.5 hours to come meet me, which was a big risk on his part. And you can ask him, he was pretty nervous. But I think the fact that I was in like a really well-known college town, and you know, we had been communicating, and I think we had FaceTimed a couple times actually during that week to kind of see each other's faces and get to be more comfortable with that. He did come down and we immediately hit it off. The minute he drove up, I just swooned. I can tell you right now, the pictures he took did not do him justice, and I just kind of fell in love with him right there on the spot. And we both kind of admitted, when it was a really, really sweet moment. Got out of the car and we hugged and said hi, and it just kind of felt like we had already known each other for a long time, but in like the future sense, like yes, we had been talking and really connecting, but we also felt like we had a connection that we haven't experienced yet, and that was going to be coming up for like the next year and a half. We had no idea COVID was going to hit, and I went up to see him after he left that Saturday night. I went up the following Sunday because I was off work and I just was really, really down, and he invited me up, and I got snowed in for 3 days up in New York. It was definitely a unique experience. It was 3 or 4 feet of snow the first day and didn't really have the ability to go out and shovel or do anything. I ended up getting really sick and spending most of the time on the couch, and he had to go to work, and it was just him being really sweet and taking care of me. And I actually never left. After that, I went back with him. We grabbed a few things, and I moved up to New York. So it's definitely been an experience since moving from PA to New York. We're not near New York City at all. We're actually very far. I'd say about 5 hours at least from New York City. We're about northern New York, between Rochester, Buffalo, and Albany. And we live near 3 of the major Finger Lakes. And so it's definitely northern New York. We're not that far from PA. We're about like 30, 45 minutes from the PA border. So we're able to go visit my family a lot. But it still is definitely a dramatic change from where I'm used to living. There's a lot more mountainous, a lot more lakes. It's very humid. It's very rainy all year. And it took a long time for me to get used to it, but it quickly just like took off. We're both nerds. We both love video games and anime and just, you know, comic conventions and going on trips and being outdoors. And it quickly became pretty, almost like an enabling relationship in a good way. We definitely both love art and collecting nerdy stuff. So we have a hard time telling each other no, because we absolutely love everything the other person loves. So if we get something, it's usually for both of us. And it's how we kind of amassed pretty much, I'd say, at least over 100 books since the beginning of this year. And it's just really fallen in love time and time again, more and more throughout the year and a half that we've been together. We did get engaged last November. Kind of had asked Matthew the question. I popped it really suddenly one night, and we decided that we wanted to wait and have it just be private and be really personal about it. And then on Thanksgiving, Matthew knew that we'd be with his family and my family was going to be FaceTiming us. And he asked me the question on Thanksgiving, and our family was ecstatic. They were really happy. So we've just been kind of living life together for a year now, over a year and a half. And we just kind of wanted to start documenting some things, sharing our lives with other people, showing that, you know, life can be pretty fun as long as you have the right person with you. And we know that there are a lot of people out there right now that are looking for a source of like hope and entertainment, and definitely ways that they can get ideas to do things that can help keep them busy, or definitely like stretch their imagination or help them grow as a person. And so Matthew's main channel is about reading. I've been really wanting to start a YouTube channel. Not really sure on what exactly yet. I have a lot of things that I like to do. I'm not exactly a person that has kind of set specific interests. I mean, art, but more so arts and crafts. I like to do art stuff. I don't really like painting. I do make cards, handmade cards, and get told quite a lot I need to start selling them. I'm not sure I'm quite at the level where I want to do that just yet. But I definitely enjoy doing that, video games, and, you know, reading as well. Matthew's heavily influenced me in getting into reading. We just went to Rochester on Saturday, so 2 days ago, and left Barnes & Noble's with like 10 new books. Most of them I had picked up. He had used a gift card from my grandma for his birthday, and I know he was really sad. He had to be pretty selective. He posted a video about it, I think, but he's definitely on a book ban for a while, unless he has some money from our cards cash back, or gifts for things, or, you know, whatever happens that we have some extra money. He's definitely limiting how many books he buys, but he knows that I'll always be okay with him buying more books than he thinks he can. But other than that, it's just kind of a quick, short summary of how we met, who I am, where I come from, Definitely probably hear more about me as time goes on and I continue to show up in his videos. I know that this intro was kind of long already, but I thought it was a little overdue given that he's posted quite a few videos on his channel, and his Get to Know Me video did really well. If you haven't seen that, we'll probably leave the link to the video like up here in the corner somewhere or down below. Definitely go check out his Get to Know Me video. He's super sweet. I adore him to death and I love him with all my heart. So I hope you guys will definitely take an interest in going back and visiting some of his other content, seeing who he is and what he wants to do and his goal for his YouTube channel as we go ahead. We're probably going to name this podcast or vlog series. We're wanting to do a podcast series soon. But the vlog series that involves me and him is probably going to be called Wolf and Bard. Me being Wolf, Maddie being the Bard. He is a D&D group leader. For those of you that may not know, he's talked about it a few times. He started his own TBR game, the TBR side scroller. We don't have a really, unique nerdy name for it yet, but right now it's just TBR side scroller. It is really fun. He and I went over many options for it. He's talked to 5 or 6 of his friends to really work out how this would operate and get their opinions and see if it'd be fun. And the first game we played was really easy, really fun, smooth. I think his second video is up, if I'm not mistaken, on that, and it's really great. Really proud of him for coming up with his own game and taking inspiration from something he really loves. So based off of the D&D stuff, I'm actually in a D&D group that he runs, and we're having a lot of fun. We just started our second campaign. I've helped finish out the end of their first campaign. When I met him, I got integrated with that. One of his friends, or really close friends, I should say, one of our best friends, Alex and Kate, I hope it's okay that I mention you guys, they had to take a break and step back from D&D for a bit. They were getting married and we were super happy for them and super excited, but as you know, planning a wedding during COVID actually took a lot of work, and they made it happen and it was wonderful and they looked amazing. Matthew was in that and he was absolutely so cute. But so I took Alex's spot to finish out the first campaign, and it was really fun, hit it off with everybody, and we just decided to integrate me. Alex is still taking a break. They're looking at setting up their lives together, him and Kate, and we wish them all the best luck. And, they're working really hard to do what they want to do, and we're super happy for them. So I'm kind of in his spot for right now. When he comes back, definitely not going to be leaving that. He is going to be coming back, and we're all going to be continuing the campaign if he joins back in. And we're having a lot of fun with that. So based off of that is where the D&D side of our lives comes in. So he plays a bard in this other group that he's in. He's not the DM for that one, the dungeon master for that one, but he's been playing with these guys for 5 years, and his current character for their new campaign is a bard. And so he's been having a lot of fun doing that. And he also was in band. So all in all, he's just a musical guy, and a bard was like the perfect fit for him. I am definitely a fantasy kind of guy. Love knights, love, werewolves, beasts, anything like that. So we kind of figured I'm the wolf side of that, the more fantastic beast kind of person. And so that's where that kind of name of the series comes from. And we wanted something fun and quirky that shows off both of our personalities and who we are, and really fits us in their overall theme of like his channel and what he wants to do with it. So with that said, that's probably going to be the vlog series for if me and him are together in it. That probably won't always be the case. If I'm only showing up as a side part of the vlog, that's most likely going to be on his main series of just him doing vlogs and reading. But there'll definitely be a playlist started with this video, hopefully, and probably going up on his main playlist as well of his vlogs for reading of me and him, just to kick off this new part that we want to start doing and share with you guys. And hopefully you guys have a lot of fun watching us. We know we're definitely looking forward to having some great video content coming up. We know we're both kind of new and the channel's small, but we want to grow it with the few people that we do have and get really close with them and share our lives and what we're doing and what we're going through. So we guys hope you enjoyed today's video. Probably catch back up with you in a little bit. Matthew just came down. I know he's on the couch reading at the moment. You're gonna say hi? So it's definitely going to be a fun day. Like I said, we're just going to go to the lake and relax and have some fun there. Probably do some video shots there and catch up with you guys there and sit down and maybe have a conversation together and just chat with you guys then. But anyway, hope you guys have a good start to your week, and we'll catch up with you later. Alrighty, so we're on our way. We just got in the car and stopped at Wegmans real quick. We wanted to get some snacks for the lake. I got some like a half and half lemonade, iced tea, and a Pepsi and a Coke, and we also got a Gatorade, and then I got some chips. And we had already gotten some stuff together. I think Matthew's gonna do some reading and maybe just some planning and stuff at the lake. I brought some of my traveler's journals. I'm definitely going to do some journaling in there, probably do some doodles and stuff in my journals while we're at the lake, and just kind of sit out in the sun in the shade and enjoy it. So we're headed to Cayuga Lake. We're actually going to Cayuga Lake right now. We didn't want to go to Seneca. It's bigger. It's not as pretty. It's more of a like industrial lake. Seneca has a few industries along the lake near the swimming area, and the swimming area is right alongside the major inlet and dock for a lot of people using their boats. Cayuga's smaller, they don't have the inlet, and they have kind of a beach that we can just sit out on and go into if we really want to. So we're gonna head over there and we'll catch up with you later. Say bye.
Bye.
All right, so we went to the lake. Was really nice out actually. The wind was, there was like a nice cold breeze coming from the lake, and it was sunny. We sat under a small tree. I don't know, there's not much trees around the edge of the lake where you can swim near the docks. So we found a good spot, laid down for a long time. I was watching anime, weirdly enough. It was just really relaxing, feeling the sun and being next to the water. Just enjoyed watching it. That was it. We were only there for like 2 or 3 hours. We're gonna head home now. We have to head back and get changed and maybe get cleaned up a little bit, and then head out to dinner with his parents. And then we're gonna have birthday dinner. Hooray! But so we're gonna do that, and then probably tonight maybe check back in and talk about the other stuff that we did. Don't have a whole lot planned. I think we're just gonna watch some Lost. We've been rewatching Lost. Well, Matthew has. I haven't watched it, so this is my first time watching Lost. And we finished season 1 last night, saw the finale, and my mind was all over the place. I loved it. I'm really frustrated, only because I feel like it's so good that I need to watch more of it at once, but I'm pacing myself and gonna be good about watching it slow and take everything in, which is kind of hard because I really like the show. But other than that, yeah, so we'll see what's gonna go on for the rest of the day and celebrating Matthew's birthday. He's been driving today because he doesn't like my driving, so. Bye, guys.
So if you didn't know already from a few other vlogs that I had put up in the last couple of weeks, it was my birthday. July 26th was my birthday, and I'm recording this about a week and a half after because I had received some of my presents a little late. I had ordered some stuff on Amazon and it just came yesterday. And I'm actually still waiting on two things, but I'll go ahead and show pictures of them when I talk about them. So they should be coming in the next day or two. But I really wanted to make sure that I got this recorded because honestly, some of this stuff I've been kind of holding off on using until I record this video. So I just wanted to make sure that I got this done so that I could show you guys what I got and then honestly just start wearing and doing the stuff. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I can briefly remember when I got some of this stuff. It kind of was between like a week before my birthday and then a couple days after my birthday. So kind of got some stuff like here and there from a few people, and I also got some gift cards from people that I was able to get some stuff with. So so thank you so much everyone that did give me something. I really appreciated it. It was a really nice birthday this year. You would have already seen at this point some clips of Lucas and I going out to the lake, and I also went out to dinner with my parents. We went to Texas Roadhouse, which is one of my favorite guilty pleasure kind of places to eat. It was a really nice day. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. Okay, the next two things I'm going to show you came just a couple days ago as well. They were something that I've actually been looking forward to for a long time. My fiance Lucas actually showed them to me. They are the Junji Ito collection with Misfits that they were doing at Hot Topic. When he showed me the collection, I got really excited because I love Junji Ito, as I think you can kind of see over there. I have like a bunch of his manga. I still don't have all of them, but I love Junji Ito, and I'm actually like going to be reading a lot more of his stuff soon. But I found out that they were doing this like collaboration with Misfits, which is a band I believe, and I don't really know much about Misfits, but they did a collaboration with them with like a bunch of like clothing line, and we hadn't seen them in person, but we saw them online. So we were going to get them online. We weren't really sure, but Lucas found that at our Hot Topic they finally did have a few of their selection, and so we were able to get a few of the t-shirts. So this one is Gyo, which is my favorite favorite of his mangas. And so like the front's kind of like a simple t-shirt with the Gyo logo, but then the back has some paneling of like the shark fish, and it also has like just some scenes of like them running away from the shark and the shark kind of like jumping out at them. I believe this is actually a page in the manga, but yeah, I just thought that this back was really neat. Like it just the graphics of it is just so appealing, and it's red, which is my favorite color. So yeah, I was really happy to be able to get this t-shirt. And then he also got a t-shirt more for himself, but like I'm gonna wear it too, and I really like this one too. It's from my second favorite of Junji Ito's manga. It's from Uzumaki, and it's the girl that had the spirals in her hair, and so it's a really nice like purple color too, which I really appreciate. But yeah, and like the back's just plain, but I really like this one too, and it's really soft as well. So these are the two things that I was talking about that I really wanted to like show so that I could start wearing them, because I've kind of had them in a bag for the last week and I've been really wanting to wear them. So yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to get those. It's something that once I found out that they had, I wanted to immediately jump on. There's a few other Junji Ito stuff that's come out in the last couple months that I've been tempted to get, but I've kind of been holding myself back just because like I'm trying to like save some money for some other future stuff. But between those t-shirts, and I also have you can't really see them up there, but I have the Junji Ito pop figures. I collect pop figures, and I have all the Junji Ito pop figures that have come out, including the one that was like a special edition Sushi Ito. Yeah, so I got that one. And then while we're on the topic of pop figures, I also got a few pop figures. So I collect the Pokemon pop figures as well, and I had all of them except for 3. And for some reason, those 3 I just could never find in stores. Like I had seen them once at FYE, like a long time ago, like when they first were released, the ones I'm missing. But I hadn't been able to find them in person for like months after. And so when I got an Amazon gift card from Luke's mom, thank you again, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and spend some of the money and get those three that I'm missing. So I have one of them with me right now. It is the Growlithe one. So I had every single other one except Growlithe, and then I'll also show pictures of the Cubone and Mew pop figure. Those are the other two that are going to be coming in the mail, hopefully in the next day or two. So they're the only three that I was missing in the whole collection. I'm really glad that I finally have them because now I have the whole Pokemon pop figure collection, which I love Pokemon to death, so I'm really happy that I was finally able to get those. And while I was on Amazon, I actually realized that they're releasing some more in late September, the 22nd or 27th, something like that. They're going to be releasing Horsey, another Pikachu that has like a different pose, like a really cute like sitting pose, I think. And they're also releasing Charizard. I don't know why they're releasing Charizard. Like, that's kind of a random one to me. Like, they didn't even do, like, the second evolution. But, hey, when I saw them, I thought they were really cute. I really want to get them once they come out. And now that I have the whole collection, it's a lot easier for me to be able to, like, find the ones that I'm missing. But yeah, so I'm hoping to continue that collection once those other pop figures come out. But I'm really happy that I finally have all the Pokemon ones that are out currently. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and get to the books. So of course on my birthday I got some books, and I mean, just starting this YouTube channel and starting to talk about books, my love for books, and to kind of see that like my reading has just grown so much in the last few months alone because I'm creating content for you guys. Of course I wanted to get some books for my birthday, and like also I got a gift card from Lucas's grandmother that for Barnes & Noble, and I was really ecstatic that I was able to get that. So we had gone to Rochester actually to go to the Eastview Mall there. It's my favorite mall, and we had gone to the Barnes & Noble that's around there, and we bought a bunch of books from there. So some of these books are from that, and then some of them are from that Amazon gift card that I mentioned. There are a bunch of books that like I've been really meaning to get for a long time. They were like top of my list of books that had been recommended so many times to me, and that I've been really excited to finally like have my hands on. And so this is a pretty big pile right here, and I'm really happy that I was able to get them because I didn't think I'd be able to get them for a long time. So the first things I'm going to talk about is this, the Mistborn trilogy. I have all three of the first era of Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. I already had Mistborn, but not this version of it. Obviously, these are the mass market versions of the three. I already had Mistborn, but it was a mass market from like 2014 or 2015, something like that. Obviously, there was nothing wrong with it, but I wanted to get the second and third one, and they had a box set that was like much cheaper to just get the three and to have them in the same kind of editions. So I was really happy to finally get those. I've been really wanting to get into Brandon Sanderson, to get into to that universe, and I'm really happy that I finally was able to get the first three books of this. I'm just going to mention it because I didn't really get it for my birthday, but I was able to finally get Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, and that's actually the first book I ever read of his because I've heard that Warbreaker and Elantris are really good to kind of start with his universe and to kind of start getting used to like his writing style, and like it's what really gets people hooked into his writing. And so I'm probably going to read Warbreaker before this, but this is going to be the first series that I read of his. Even though I've had the Stormlight Archives for like months, I'm waiting on those because they're so big, and I kind of want to just like work my way up to them. So I got the trilogy from the Mistborn. I also got the second and third book to Josiah Bancroft's Babel series. So I got Arm of the Sphinx and the Hod King, and I already had Senless Sens, the first book in that series. And I've heard so many good things, especially from Reagan over at Prue's Project. She's been reading this series. She's actually reading the third book right now in her vlogs. And I fell in love with the series when she was talking about it. And I haven't read the first book yet, but I just have so much faith and so much confidence that I'm going to enjoy the series that I wanted to get the second and third book because I wanted to make sure that like, I don't know, that I just had them, that I've been really wanting to have them. And they're just beautiful covers, and it's a beautiful story. Basically about this character Senlin. Him and his wife go on like a honeymoon to this Tower of Babel, which is a traveling city that is like this giant tower that is a city with several hundreds of layers of it, and each layer of the city has its own like kind of government, kind of agriculture and society. And so they went to there, but because it's so massive and because there's so many people that go to it, he ended up losing his wife inside of the tower. And so the series is basically him trying to find his wife, because she's completely lost. And like it's one of those places where once you're lost, once you're separated, you'll never find the other person. So Senlin's trying to find his wife throughout the story, and he meets this like group of people that kind of join him. They have their own reasons for why they're there, their own reasons for why they're looking for things. It just seems like a really interesting story. Each level is really different. It's its own kind of environment. And so I feel like that's something that like really attracted me to it, is the fact that it's not just one environment, but there's like several environments that this main character is going through with these groups of people, and that they meet new people as they go. I've been really excited to read it. I'm really glad that I finally was able to finish the series, like as far as owning them. And the fourth book is actually coming out in a couple months. I believe it's The Fall of Babel is what it's called. I really want to get that as well once it comes out, because that way I'd have the whole collection, so when I start it, I don't have to worry about like waiting for however long to be able to continue the series. And I believe that is the last book in the quartet. Okay, the next book that I was able to get is Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. This is it's a novella that is between volumes 2 and 3 of the Witchlands series. I read the first book 2 months ago, and Truth Witch. So I read Truth Witch about 2 months ago, and I actually really liked it. At first, I wasn't sure about the series. It was kind of okay, but then like as the book continued and towards the end of it, I really started to get interested and attached to the character and to like the plot. And so I'm gonna be starting the second book probably at the end of this month, and I really wanted to make sure that I had the novella, because once I finish the second book, I can't read Blood Witch, which is the third book, until I've read this novella, because I've heard a lot of things about how like it's really important to the plot, and so I kind of like understanding some things. So I really want to start getting back into the series, and again, I just wanted to make sure that I had this novella on hand. The next book that I bought, I've been having my eyes on for months. I really wanted to make sure I got the hardcover of it because of just how beautiful it is, and it is Yoke by Mary H.K. Choi. I've been really wanting to get this. I've heard so many good things. I've heard it's like a sad but really like powerful book about these two sisters, and I just love this cover because I mean, besides the fact that it's just really beautiful, they have the stenciled edge of their hands connected, and I just think it's such a beautiful like edition, like hardcover edition. But besides even how it looks, I've heard so many good things from like the story and from other YouTubers talking about like how much they loved it. And it's a YA book. It's a really simple story, but it's just so captivating, and like it's grabbed so many people's attention that I really want to get into it. Okay, these next few books are ones that I bought at Barnes & Noble while I was at Rochester. I'll just go ahead and briefly mention them because I've definitely, like, I've been, basically all of these books have in common is that they have been recommended several times by different YouTubers, and I've had my eyes on these books for so long that I finally was able to, like, actually get them, and I'm so happy that I finally have them. They're on my really anticipated bookshelf, the ones that I really want to try and get to as soon as possible. The first one is Pachinko by Min Jin Lee. This has been recommended to me by several people, but specifically Reagan from Peru's Project. I'm really excited to be able to read this. Next one is another Madeline Miller book. It's Circe. I read Song of Achilles a couple months ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I gave it 5 stars. I've heard a lot of good things about Circe as well. It's her first book that she ever wrote, and so I really want to get to this at some point. And again, so many people have said that this book is amazing, so I'm glad that I finally have it. The next book is Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell. Again, so many people have recommended this, especially Jack Edwards. He has talked about this several times, and that, you know, he just really loved this. It is kind of a retelling of William Shakespeare, but like taking place with his son, and like kind of like a more modern, I believe a more modern kind of feel of Hamlet, but like in the eyes of his son. And so I loved Hamlet, like the original story by William Shakespeare. So I'm really excited to see like how this story kind of relates to it and how good it is as well. And then the final book that I bought, the one that probably I was looking forward to the most because of a specific YouTuber, Ro, over at Wandering Through Worlds. Thank you so much for talking about this book so much. I've been, like, ever since you started mentioning it, and ever since I watched the video of you talking, like gushing over it for 9 minutes, and like just like really hyping it up to me, because I love the like kind of confusing, exciting, on the edge of your seat kind of a feel of a book. I've been really wanting to get this for so long. It is Middle Game by Shauna McGuire. I have never owned a Seanan McGuire book before, but I've heard so many good things about this author, and I thought that this would be an amazing start to reading her stories, because it's something that I've heard so many good things about, and I'm really glad that I finally was able to get this. So thank you again, Ro, for recommending this to me so many times, or recommending this to everyone so many times. I definitely will get to this soon, and I will let you know how I feel about it. Okay, and the last thing that I wanted to talk about real quick is these posters that I got. This is actually the first thing that I had received for my birthday from my fiance. He had shown me these a while ago, and I've been really looking forward to getting them ever since he showed them to me. I had actually ordered them like a month before my birthday because I knew they would take a really long time to ship to me. They are these posters that you scratch off the title pages once you've read the story. And the really unique thing is that like they have these really neat like the cover designs of the books, and also these like kind of postcard looking things for the authors. I got two of them. One of them is Women's Authors, and so it's this really neat poster board that you scratch off whenever you read a woman author from this list. I know there's kind of a glare. But there's authors like Harper Lee, Mary Shelley, Jane Austen, Kate Chopin. There's just Octavia E. Butler. There's so many, and there's so many that I haven't read yet. I really want this to be kind of like a little mini challenge for me for like years to come, to be able to finally like read all of these authors. And then the last one, the one that I'm like the most thankful for, the one I'm most excited about, is the 100 Essential Novels poster. And so again, I have this one like a board, but it's just really beautiful. It has like the cover designs of the novels. I've already scratched off some of them, like 1984, Great Gatsby, To Kill a Mockingbird. It has quite a few books that I've already read, but like, again, it's one of those things that I really want to be able to complete one day, to be able to see this and see that everything has been scratched off. And it's really neat because each of these covers is kind of like grayscale with a little bit of color, but then once you scratch it off, you get like the full color image of what the books look like. And I had also got this like board to kind of make it a bit more sturdy and to be able to hang it up on the wall at some point. I'm gonna actually put this over the TBR cart probably, to kind of like, because it just looks really pleasing to look at, and like eventually I will have this all completed, and it'll be really nice to have as like kind of a poster. But yeah, this is gonna be kind of like a little I don't know, just kind of like a goal of mine to be able to finish at some point. I don't know, in my life, like I don't know how long it's gonna take me to be able to read all of these classics, and I really do want to read them all at some point. I don't even own all of these, so I'm gonna hopefully over time be able to collect them all and be able to read them all. And I'll definitely let you know as I go if if a book that I read is on this or on the other list, and I'll show you like me scratching it off and kind of show like the progress of this board over time. But yeah, that is everything that I got over the last few weeks for my birthday. I'm really happy that I was able to get those. I was kind of on a book buying ban for the last couple months, and I don't really consider this to have broken that ban because they were gifts of mine. I did buy one or two books kind of along those lines, like Middle Game, but I'm okay with it because again, it was kind of like a special time, and I'm really glad that I was able to get those. I have so many books to read now, and I'm so excited to be able to read all of them. So I'm really thankful for everyone that has got me something, and thank you so much for everything that I have received over the last few weeks, and just, you know, your love and care over the last long time, like, you know, my whole life pretty much. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing Lucas for the first time, and I hope you enjoyed me just going through a couple of things that I got that I was really looking forward to getting. If you liked the video, please like it. Please subscribe to my channel if you want more content from me, more content for like books, or maybe some future stuff that I'm kind of planning and like that I'm going to be having on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.